Hey guys, SK here, back with another Clash Royale video. Hope you guys are all doing well. In today's video, I am back on Path of Legends, bit of a break from the recent GT uploads, and I'm going to be going for Ultimate Champion League on SK555. I'm currently about halfway up Royal Champion, so again, going for Ultimate Champion and trying to get a good win rate. This is again the first week of the season, so it is pretty early to be going for Ultimate Champion, and I've just kind of started doing this since last season. So last season I was able to get an 85% win rate, so let's see what I can get this time. We are up against Logbait for the first match, which I honestly kind of despise. I really don't like this matchup. I'm just going to knight the middle. Okay, kind of bad timing actually, but should be fine. Into our match against a Korean player. Just going to Tesla for the knight, and this matchup can be played in numerous ways. I feel like, okay, that is annoying. I'm going to have to go Archer Skeletons for the barrel. That'll full counter, and then Ice Spirit just so his Ice Spirit doesn't connect. I feel like one way to play is try and get an Xbow lock, which I do generally like to do. Like, if they rocket every single Xbow, it's going to be annoying, and you can't really break through, but if they don't, then you can get some damage. And okay, I don't think anything's going to come out of this. I'm actually going to log the eye tower, because Xbow will target the princess after the eye tower dies. Okay, no, it won't. Never mind. I lied. So that is actually a big misplay in that case, because I don't think that was worth trading at all. Wow, I am down, like, how much is that? I'm almost down 1,000 from that. So that was really stupid, guys. Okay, lesson learned. Do not do that interaction. I don't know. Sometimes it works. Sometimes it doesn't. I guess it depends on where the princess is placed. And pretty good gang on his end. I'm going to have to respond with my cycle cards, but I think I can full counter with my cycle cards again. Ice Spirit just to freeze everything. And that is going to... Okay, never mind. Wow, I still take damage. Wow, I'm literally down pretty much exactly 1,045 right now. Yeah, I knew he was going to princess the bridge. They love doing that. So I'm just going to Evo Knight, like, instinctively. I didn't want to predict it, because if I messed up, that might have just lost me the game. Now, he has to respond to this. He has his own Evo Knight, but I guarantee he's low on Elixir. So I'm actually just going to Expo the... Well... if I Expo, I have to respond to the Evo Knight, and double Elixir will probably bail him out. So, okay, this is really bad, guys. I'm going to have to mount some kind of crazy comeback here. So already fighting for my life in the first match. Honestly, this is why I hate Logbait. Like, I try some stuff. I take, like, 1,000 princess at the bridge damage, and then I just lose. It's just so frustrating. Anyway, I get some chip in the right, and he's going to princess bridge, like, soon, I think. So I kind of have to break that, but I don't like predicting when I'm not at 10 Elixir, because I feel like you kind of have to do it preemptively, but if you do it too early, you just waste Elixir. That's like the conundrum against Princess the Bridge, which is what I dislike about the play. Like, okay, he does go for an eye tower, going to Tesla, so basically going to full commit to this Xbow. I think he just lost. Going to kite this knight out of Xbow range with this Ice Spirit. I do actually have to respond to that Spear Goblin as well, so I'll Skeletons for it. And I should get a small lock here. Yeah, I get a mini Xbow connection. Nice. That's actually going to be like 1,000 damage. He logs, that's like 800 damage or so. Pretty good stuff. I'm actually coming back. And I'm going to Expo again. I'm going to eat these Spear Goblins because my right side tower absolutely has no reason to be protected. So I'm just going to take those and go in again. I might as well match his Evo Knight with my own. Okay, Princess. Oh, Princess locks on to the Knight. That is huge. I'll just log the Princess while I can. Because if that was on my tower, that would have been really bad. And I can actually go in again and outcycle his Evo Knight now, because he's not back to it anytime soon. All he really has to do is rocket every single Expo, but I'm banking on him, trying to eye tower on the Expo. So that's why you always have to catch them, guys, and predict. I'm going to log this barrel. It's going to be a bit late. I'll take some chip. I take one stab each, but I might just get a log. He's going to gang. Can he get down in time? He does. Okay, I have to Expo again, like, very soon. Okay, I'm going to Expo the left, I guess, just to pressure. And he actually still has to respond to this. He will probably just rocket it out. But, okay, wait, he might not. I'm going to knight. Okay, he's not going to rocket, guys. He goes, oh my god, wait, that is like, oops, I fireballed nothing. Okay, he barreled on my Expo. I was not expecting that. Anyway, I get a huge lock. Wow, if I just fireballed the tower and the princess, I would have won the game already. But, okay, let's just pretend that barrel didn't happen. But the reason I switched lanes, guys, is because he was already playing a lot of stuff in the right, and I figured I just had to switch lanes. And, again, the way I like to get Logbait players in this matchup is by, like, either baiting or just hoping that they eventually try and counter the Expo without a rocket, because they do that quite a lot, and you can eventually just catch them. I'm going to fireball the Princess plus Knight, and then get some very crazy log value on these double Princesses. I do have to watch out for the next barrel, so I'm going to Ice Spirit to break the Princess Bridge, Skeletons for the Ice Spirit 2, Archer's Knight for the barrel. That was very clean defense, actually, and I'm just going to fireball tower again. He is not going to be able to get 2 rockets off. In fact, I'm actually going to Expo to force him some fireballing to get damage, and Expoing myself to force him to not rocket tower, and that's good game, because there's no way he can get 2 more rockets down in 15 seconds, so this is pretty much in the bag. Just going to log. He can rocket me once, but no way twice, like in this short time. That's why, guys, I go for fireballs on the tower, and then oh wait, hold on. Okay, no, fireball is enough. Okay, never mind. I was going to say I might lose my tower, but okay, very nice comeback against Logbait for the first match. Alright guys, for our next match against S-Bard, gonna give him the good luck. And a bit of an unrelated story guys, but today, I had kind of like a lazy, slow day. I was just kind of chilling at home, didn't have any classes. 2 days in the week of my university schedule I don't have classes, and then my Thursday, Fridays are pretty packed and hectic, but Tuesday, Wednesdays are chill. So I basically just didn't do that much. Like I played some CR, I did some schoolwork, and then I just chilled like for the rest of it. So I felt like it was kind of a slow day, so I decided to go for a walk, and then when I got home I did like a small little workout. It's like a rest day for me from the gym, so I didn't like do a full thing, but I just did like a short, you know, just like bicep curls, plank, and some other stuff. And then I decided to just try doing some push-ups for fun, and to my surprise, and this, I don't know if this is like weird or not, but to my surprise I was actually able to do them pretty easily, like without really getting tired, like many in a row, and that felt really good, because I actually don't think I've tried doing push-ups in like over a year, or maybe even like a year and a half, because I do have a back condition, if you guys didn't know, and so for a while I was kind of out of things, like in a pretty bad state, and doing physiotherapy and stuff, so I didn't try for a while. But since I've like started going to the gym again, I guess it really paid off. So yeah, that was just like an unrelated anecdote that I just really, it kind of like, I wouldn't say it made my day, but I guess it kind of did. Like it was just a very fun little highlight from today, so I'm very happy about that. I guess just like mostly chest and shoulders work paying off, so that felt good. But what doesn't feel good is that we're up against Hog EQ right now. I'm going to Tesla for this Hog. I don't think I can go for a high Tesla. Anyway, I don't think you can afford an EQ in time. And that should be a dead Tesla, which is really good, because I can actually activate King off this Firecracker now. I don't know why he said wow. Maybe he's surprised his spam didn't work out, but he's literally just been spamming so far, like really aggressive plays. So Hog EQ isn't really like 2.6 though. Like you can't really get out cycled and singled that easily. They don't have the Ice Golem to abuse. So if you just keep up with their cycle, you can defend pretty much every Hog. But we're against Hog EQ. I actually don't like this matchup. He has an E-Spirit too, which is not good for me. It helps him out even more. He goes Evo Firecracker. I think I have to Fireball that. But Xbow might take it out. Okay, no, it's dead. Xbow got destroyed by the Evo Firecracker. I'm going to Tesla, and I don't know, like, the Firecracker, I want to try and defend without fireballing, because my cycle is kind of messed up at this point. I think I got it. Okay, thank God. So, archers are able to two-shot if both hit the Firecracker. Good interaction, no. And I'm just going to fireball the tower right now, because I need to catch up in damage. He gives the wowie surprise, but this is how you play the matchup, guys. It is very much a spell cycle matchup. I'm going to hover my Tesla in case he goes Hog. If he went Hog, like, early, I would have low Tesla, but now I'm just going to pre-Tesla up high. He goes Mighty to get the 3-card cycle, and EQ's up high, which is really good for me. Just going to Archers low, and then Skeletons for the Firecracker. So, main takeaways in this matchup: number 1, anti-EQ Teslas for the most part. Number 2, Spell Cycle. Number 3, protecting, or not protecting, but controlling Firecrackers. As you can see, I've been like controlling the Firecrackers very well. Actually going to Ice Spirit plus Knight to maybe catch him off guard with this Xbow. Another thing I love doing in this matchup is like late committing to Hogs. So what I mean by that is, like, you know, I just went with it. Also, Mighty Minder ability is huge, guys, because I'm actually able to take the Firecracker out with my Xbow. I'm just going to keep pressuring. So again, another big like tenet in this matchup is Xbow pressure opposite. And he goes for a Hog high EQ. That should actually be a log, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, it is. Okay, beautiful. He has to log. Don't know why he waited so long. I'm just going to Fireball Tower to match his spells, and Evil Knight is still going to warrant a response. And very nice stuff. He could Hog. I think he's back. No, he's not. Okay, he is, yeah, but pretty easy to defend. Just going to Knight opposite. Number 1, it'll defend the Firecracker. Number 2, it'll counter push in the right. It does actually walk over to the Hog, but it's all good. I'll just Ice Spirit in case he tries to protect this. Yep, he does. And this is pretty much over, so again, it's like the biggest one is Spell Cycle, because I don't like being super aggro with Xbows and like forcing an Xbow lock. Eventually, you have to know when to cut your losses and just take spell value on the tower instead, because you're not going to break through all the time. And another huge one is controlling the Firecrackers, and part of that is actually like getting an early activation if possible. By the way, guys, right now I'm going for my low Teslas, because number 1, he's spamming really heavily, which means if they do spam that heavily, they can't actually afford to go for an EQ on the Tesla. I'm gonna log Skellies just to make sure I don't take any hits. Yeah, they can't afford to EQ because they're like going Hog the bridge, Firecracker the bridge, Mighty the bridge, so that's a big thing. And then the second one is you can bait out an Earthquake, and that can actually help you go for Xbows opposite lane to pressure when they don't have EQ and cycle, so you can kind of catch them. So I pretty much played this perfectly, I'd say, like the perfect balance between offense and defense, which is how you're supposed to play this matchup. I've actually become very consistent at this matchup. Like, I've been winning it pretty consistently. I wouldn't say it's the best though against a good player. It's still very frustrating, but you can definitely outplay as an Xbow player. Just have to know exactly what to do. And by the way, always go opposite lane. Another thing I'll tell you guys, like, always go opposite lane, because if you go same lane, you're just going to give them EQ value on your Xbow and weak side tower, and that's a mistake I see people do all the time. So always go opposite lane in this matchup, unless you're up like over 1,000 in single. Then I guess you can just defend and spell cycle, but still, really good matchup, and hopefully the tips help you guys, because that's a pretty tough one. Alright guys, for our next match against Adam, loves Giponizo, I don't know what that is. Maybe it's in the name of someone? I mean, I don't think that's a word. Goes for 100 in the back. I'm just going to Xbow opposite. I've started doing this where I'm really aggressive with my Xbows, and he goes for Ghost Fisher, so he's playing Royal Giant. We're actually going to get a lock here, guys, unless he goes for, like, yeah, like, that's going to be a lock still, because I actually starting-handed him, which is part of the reason why I went for the Xbow. So against these, like, heavy decks, you can actually starting-hand them by going Xbow early. I know it sounds a bit annoying, I guess, if you're on the receiving end of it, but it is actually, like, a legitimate... Oh, my phone's at 13%. I might have to charge it soon. But it is actually a legitimate option, especially against beatdown, because Xbow does have matchup against many decks in single, and only single. Like, once double hits, you're actually going to lose. Like, for example, Golem, right? Golem Pump is a different story, but normally, like, the OG Golem Lightning matchup, like, you would try and get at least 1,000 damage lead, if not more, in single. That was how you played the matchup. He gives me a Fireball. I'm going to take it. I don't know what his spell is. It could be Lightning, it could be Fireball. And very rare chance is Earthquake. No one really plays RG Earthquake anymore, though. But it's just always worth spell cycling. He might go for an RG, because this is like a pretty big counter push, but I'm not... Okay, it is Fireball. I'll get back to my Evo Knight for this, and that was a really easy defense, actually. Like, you just have to know exactly how to play your micro. Micro is a huge thing in the RG matchup. Macro is important too. Like, macro is important in every matchup, but RG especially really tests your micro skills, especially against like the Royal Ghost, against the Fisherman, against the Hunter with the timings. Gonna Fireball because he still has to respond to the Evo Knight. Goblins get forced out, so beautiful. And he hasn't played a single RG yet, because again I did starting hand him at the start. Okay, 12%. My phone should not die during this match at least. But yeah, we're going into double rather with a 1,000 damage lead, which is exactly what I was talking about. Very unfortunate that he goes in as I split archers, but it shouldn't be too big of a deal. I'm just gonna Ice Spirit. You have to commit. Yeah, he goes for a late Fireball. Honestly, decent play, but too little too late. Like, the defense is done. He did get good value on the Tesla plus Archer, but he didn't get any RG hits. Now, I want to pressure, but I don't think I can because he has an Evo RG. So I'm actually going to punish the Fireball with a defensive Expo, anti-Fireball placement. And this high one will also kite a Royal Giant. So if he plays one in the right, opposite lane, it'll actually get kited towards my Expo and get defended. So that's just a reason why I went for it there, as opposed to the lower one. The lower one allows you to center Tesla as well. I'm going to stack archers and then offensive Expo rather. If he fireballs the archers, he's going to be in trouble, and he's forced to like commit to both sides basically. And my knight plus archers will do work on the RG. So he already spent quite a lot on the Expo, which is what exactly what I wanted. And as you guys can see, I'm back to a new pair of archers, so quad archers on the board temporarily because they're gone now. But we forced a Fireball out. I'm just going to Fireball back. Honestly, no harm, because I'm not exactly down Elixir. I have an Evo Knight on the board. He has to respond to it. He has no Evo RG, so this is something I've said for a while, especially in the broken... If you guys remember when Evo RG was like one of the best cards in the game, as well as Evo Firecracker. In that meta, playing against Evo RG was like torture, and playing against a normal RG was like free in comparison. So I still kind of have PTSD from that meta, I guess, because now normal RGs are like a piece of cake to defend. Like, this is going to be so easy to defend. There's like nothing you can really do. Like, just stack archers, knight. Notice also I'm separating my troops to prevent giving him a spell value. He couldn't fireball my Tesla plus archers. He had to choose. He chose the tower and archers, which is perfect, because I actually really don't care if he fireballs the right, or the left rather, guys. Like, he's log cycling in the left. Look at how bad that is for him, because he actually can't really do anything. Also, I have my Evo Knight to match his Evo RG. He does go for a good Fireball. Okay, no, bad Fireball. If it was on the Tesla, I'd say it's a good Fireball, but terrible Fireball. Only got Fireball damage, and I'm going to punish with an Expo now. He might get back to an RG in time, he might not. But either way, he's in trouble, because he's low on Elixir right now. Yeah, he's not going to get an RG down, actually. That's a lock, and that's good game. So just bad Fireball, and I kind of recognize and punish. So big thing with Expo, you want to make as little mistakes as possible. You want to punish all of their mistakes as fast as possible. So very nice win against Evolved Royal Giant. Alright guys, found a match against Ted Yang. I don't know why this guy sounds like either like a CRL coach or like a motivational speaker or something. But I'll just log cycle to start things out. Also, looks like his name has Chinese characters, but his clan has Japanese characters, so I'm not sure what that discrepancy is all about. I think he raged and mini P.E.K.K.A, so he's going to be playing Goblin Giant Sparky most likely. There it is. I'm actually going to Knight Ice Spirit. Number one, it'll cycle me to my skeletons, which I can just use to full counter the mini P.E.K.K.A. Number two, this ties into what I was saying before about beating decks in single, where Xbow does have matchup against some decks in single. Like, for example, Golem, maybe even Giant Double Prince, although that's a very annoying matchup. Haven't seen it in a while. But the takeaway is, you know, you have a fast cycle, you want to use it. Xbow Cycle, right? So you outcycle their counters to your Xbow. And he has a Goblin Giant, but I could maybe win right now. Like, I'll split archers. Let's see what he does. If he Sparkies, he's going to lose, because I Xbow opposite and he gets screwed. I'm still going to Xbow opposite, though, and I'll probably Knight to break the Sparky as well, because I can't really afford to get clipped by Sparky. There we go. We clip it. Or we catch it. Oh, bad NATO. Good attempt. Like, I see what he was going for. That would have been a nice play if it worked out, but didn't work out. Now he lost. He is probably going to, like, mini P.E.K.K.A. Rage. Yep, Rage is definitely incoming, so I'm going to go Archers instantly as well to predict the Rage. There it was. Perfect. And then just log, and that's going to be a good game. So, I just knew what he was doing, guys. Like, the only thing he had in hand was mini P.E.K.K.A. plus Rage. Also, I knew he had, like, Sparky, and he did not have Goblin Giant. So, he had to Sparky. Another option he had was what a good Sparky player probably would have done there, which is ignore my Xbow and Sparky low to take the Knight out, and then the Xbow out later, and at that point he'd recuperate a lot of Elixir and probably be able to go for a huge Goblin Giant push and maybe overwhelm me, but I think I'd be able to defend that still. I don't know about that situation, but I get into that situation against good players. Actually, in single Elixir, I've lost many times by going like Xbow Knight, they ignore it, they go Sparky, and then they punish, but basically I manipulated his cycle, I outcycled the Goblin Giant, and was able to just punish very well. So now Evo Knight's going to do work. Also, defensive Xbow putting in work. This is a very good matchup to teach you guys about defensive Xbows. Okay, he has a Fireball, but still a good matchup to go defensive Xbow in my opinion. Ice Spirit to reset the Sparky, and Evo Knight of his own is going to cause some issues, but I feel like that was a bad push on his end. Like, Evo Knight causes issues when it's like with a Goblin Giant, with a huge push. Right now, this is like not really frustrating or threatening at all. Even if that gets a hit, I'm not really worried, because that's literally just Fireball log range. It's like 351? Or no, 78 and 274. It's like 352 damage, I think. I don't know, I think. But basically, that's Fireball log range. And again, separating troops to get to prevent giving them spell value. I let him Fireball the tower with the archers, which meant my Tesla, which was more important, would survive and defend. And that is going to be a good game, so nice win, guys. And pretty much picture perfect, outcycling in single, and then good prediction on the mini P.E.K.K.A. Rage to win the game. Alright, guys, our next match against Jawhead King. Badge of Honor. Let's see what he's going to be running here. Just going to Ice Spirit start things out, give him the good luck. And we are like 3 off Ultimate Champion now, I think, so doing pretty well. Goes for minions. Oh, this might be Goblin Giant again. I'm just going to Xbow. I don't really care. Like, honestly, you cannot get punished. Okay, Giant. Oh, that's bad. If he has arrows right now, if it's like Giant Graveyard. Okay, it's Wizard. What? Okay, Wizard is like... Haven't seen that card in forever, it feels like. Shout out to Rami, though. One of my good friends who's like one of the best Wizard players in the world. But Giant Wizard minions, this is probably like Sparky Rage Pump, I guess. Or like, I don't know, like what Goblin Gang. Anyways, though, point stands, guys. Random Xbow, right? Or not even random. I do this all the time at this point. Like, one of my favorite plays at the start is split archers, and they respawn, then I Xbow opposite. And I know it's a good play because Riley was complaining about it a lot, like, a while ago, and that's how I realized, like, if someone's complaining about it, especially someone as good as Riley, it means it's annoying for them, and it means it's a good play. So, but yeah, point stands, I've outcycled the Giant, so he goes Minion Zap. Honestly, I take that. What did he go for? He went like Minion Zap and like one other thing on the Xbow, I think, but I forgot what it was. I really might regret this, but I'm going to Fireball the Pump. This is like a weird sequence that I do where I late Fireball the Pump after getting my punish. Okay, I'm down 5 Elixir, guys, so I might lose the game against this Sparky, but let's see if I can defend it. Also, because I used my Fireball. If he has like a Minion Horde or something in here, that's going to be even worse for me, but let's see what he has. I'm going to Tesla. Okay, like, what does he have? Low Ice Spirit to freeze both the Sparky and the Giant. Okay, beautiful Ice Spirit. Skeletons for the Sparky Knight. Oh, okay, yeah, I messed up. I was trying to, like, get the Sparky to hit the Skeletons and get the Wizard to hit the Knight. Didn't really work out. I still think I defended this, actually. I'll just Ice Spirit. Great Ice Spirit on both the Wizard and the Sparky. And I do actually have to Evo Knight. No, I can't. Okay, never mind. I actually survived, though. Honestly, I take that. Like, okay, this looks bad, but I take it. Because now I can probably win by... Okay, never mind. He forced out my Evo Knight. Well played. Didn't have Login Cycle. He knew. So that was actually well played. Smart of him. I'm going to Xbow anyways. And let's see if he pumps. If he pumps, he loses. Nope. Evo Barbs. Okay. So he's just playing, like... Giant Sparky, Rage, I guess, no pump. Gonna log. He has to Giant, which is good for me, by the way, because now the next Xbow will have heavily outcycled the Giant. Also, I misplaced my Tesla by 1 tile. Oops. Should have been 1 tile higher, but anyways, goes for pump. Definitely not fireballing that. Definitely calls for a Knight Xbow with this Tesla and trying to get a win right now. So he's like very far off Giant. He has Evo Barbs. He'll probably go for them in a second. There they are. I don't know what to do actually. Like I don't think I can fireball them. So I'll just archers and I'll fireball this and I'll kite the Barbs out of X range with the Ice Spirit, and that's good game, right? Because that's a fun trick, guys. Kiting out of range with the Xbow to get like a game-winning position, because I would have lost off of this like pump advantage he has. If I just full defended, I would have lost. You have to know exactly when to go in as well. That was definitely one of those times to just capitalize on my Tesla, go in and punish and get a nice clean win against Giant Sparky. Alright guys, so match against Guyth YouTube. Shout out to his YouTube channel if he has one. Gonna Skeletons down low. He gives the cry. And he's playing Hog. I got starting handed. I'm gonna have to Expo. This is my favorite play against Hog first play. Okay, he's playing Hog EQ. Gonna Archers as well, just a full counter. Favorite starting play because, number one, it forces offense. I can activate King. Actually, yeah, I guess I'll activate King. I would have logged, but then I realized, like, cycling a Knight isn't bad anyways. Oh, I have to log anyway. Okay, badly played by me. Bad micro. Should have been like 1 tile lower, I guess, or I should have waited like half a second more. Still getting used to my Firecracker timings. Like, you can easily activate King, but there are like minute details that make the activation even better. That was one of them. I think I cannot ignore these, actually. I realized the King would help out, but like too little too late, so... Wait, Rage? What? Okay, Hog EQ Rage? Or does he even have EQ? He probably does, because he has the Firecracker. I'll Ice Spirit the back and the right. I'll low Tesla. Maybe he EQs this. And he does not. Very interesting. But, yeah, like I was saying, like, you can also log Firecracker sometimes. I don't always like wasting a Knight, especially to activate off a Firecracker. But, since I'm playing Evo Knight, you know, cycling to the Evo Knight is always worth it. He has a Knight himself. I don't know if it's Evo or not, though, because I think he has an Evo Firecracker in here. Or, yeah, there it is, yep. So, gonna Ice Spirit. He lost, by the way, because... I don't think he can stop this. I'll kite the Knight out of range with Skeletons in a second. I have to log first, then kite. Very important sequencing, guys, because if I didn't mess up the kite, but if I went Skeletons first, I didn't have enough Elixir for the log, then I would have probably lost the entire Expo initiative, and it would have just been really stupid. So sequencing important, reaction time important. Like, as soon as he played Goblins, you know, I hovered my Skeletons, but I switched instantly to log first. You have to be able to do plays like those. He gives a good game. He was probably low on Elixir right now. Also, I know he's played 2 Firecrackers, which means he's back to his Evo Firecracker now. As I always say against Evo matchups, guys, counting their Evo cycle is very important, especially something like an Evo Firecracker, which they can definitely punish you for big time with, because it just goes, yeah, crazy. There it is. Honestly, I couldn't really do anything about that. Like, I could have predicted it, but it would have been a bit aggressive, so I think it's fine to, like, just take that damage. Prediction, Inferno Tower, I'll just Archers to take it out, and then I can Expo with the Archers, most likely. Well... yeah, I'll Expo the left, actually, because he might predict something on the right. Also, actually, I realized my right side tower is low, and I'm going to follow my own advice of not going same lane. Especially if he has an EQ, but does he have an EQ? I don't even know. I'm going to kite out of range this time, hopefully get a lock. Okay, nice, good play. I love that play. And that's going to be a lot of damage. As you guys can see, that simple play got me like 800 damage even, which doesn't even seem like you would get that much from a low HP Expo, but everything counts as well. Going to Knight to predict the eye tower again, good catch. And he might be back to Evo Firecracker. I can't tell. I'm going to Fireball the Knight. Even if I don't get a lock, I get Fireball damage on his tower, so definitely worth it. Goes for a Hog. I'm going to Tesla up high. I could have also Tesla to cut it out of Expo range, but I feel like a high Tesla is better, because it will also help out against something he plays, if he does play something. That's a lock. Nope, it's a Goblins. But I'm back to Expo again. I'm actually just going to split Archers and then Expo. I love Expo pressuring, but I also think just like split Archers into Expo is very underrated play. Like being patient, waiting to split Archers at 10 Elixir, and then going in is very underrated. He is playing EQ, by the way, so I'll Expo the left. He has no Hog in cycle, no EQ in cycle, plus he just wasted his Evo Firecracker. Not really a waste, but is dead, so I guess it is a waste. And Evo Knight still has to be responded to in the right, otherwise that would be like, I guess 1,000 damage, maybe. Knight's going to get kited out of range because of the Evo Knight. This is probably a lock, and this is probably a good game. Yep, that is good game, because he went for an EQ. I can just low Tesla, and he can't punish it at all. I could even Fireball Tower if I wanted to, but I won't. I'll just protect the Tesla with my Knight, and I'll Expo again. Again, opposite lane pressure. So he wants to go in the right, which means I'm going to pressure in the left, and then he has to EQ the left, which is my healthier tower anyway. So this is why I always talk about Xbow pressure, opposite lane, against Hog EQ, because they have to EQ the lane they don't want to go for, and you can get log and especially fireballs in the lane you want to go for. That's a lock, yep, because Hog was in the midair. Shout out to Hog Riders jumping, and that is a good game. Kind of destroyed this guy, but he had rage instead of log. I honestly feel like that hurts him in this matchup. Like, this is... I need Evo Firecracker, not Knight. I feel like that was an okay matchup, but very nice win against Hog EQ again. Alright guys, we found a match against Alex Loves No Skill. I was one off Ultimate Champion, and then I lost to like Recruits Lightning Arrows, I think. So like just a very ridiculous matchup. Honestly, there was literally nothing I could have done. I feel like I've seen some comments where people want me to include losses in the videos, and I definitely will try and listen to that, because I already include losses and I feel like they're educational. Sometimes I literally just don't lose, so like that I don't really have a choice in the matter. But sometimes like I do not include losses where I played really stupid, or I just got a really impossible matchup. Like the Recruits one, I really don't think there's anything I could have done. I'll show you guys. Like he had like Evo Recruits, Lightning Arrows, like E-Spirit, I think. Like there's just nothing you can do in a matchup like that. So like what's the point? There's no educational value. It's just like an extra 5 minutes of me struggling and then just getting upset. But if it's say like a matchup where I made a big mistake in, then I would probably include that and explain why you should not be making the mistake I made. For example, I don't really do this very often anymore, but for example, trying to tower trade against Golem and it not working out, and that could be like educational to show you guys why you should not always try and tower trade in single especially. But I'm going to try and get a lock right now. Knight to protect. Okay, that's going to be a lot of chip in the left, but I can Ice Spirit late for the spears, and Xbow will help out against the gang as well. And that's going to be a mini lock, or not a mini lock, a big Xbow lock, but a mini like lock of his own in the left. He gets damage too, but I get damage as well. Wow, beautiful connection in the right. That's going to be a good game probably, because his tower's down to 910. So just very good punish on my end in single. He's playing like a very annoying deck, like Recruits Wallbreakers, like very toxic. I'm actually just going to Xbow again, because I don't think he has enough for Recruits rather. He just uses Wallbreakers. Oh, he has an eye tower. Okay, he says thanks as well. Well, now I know he has an Inferno tower, but notice, guys, like, sometimes you just go for Xbows and you let them go as well, because you just need to see, you need to test the waters and see what your opponent has, so you don't always just Xbow spam and spam everything in front. People really think that's what Xbow is. I get a lot of comments from, like, mid-ladder noobs, like, literally hard stuck in mid-ladder, saying, oh my god, you're so skilled, Xbow, like, and then you just, like, spam everything in front, and I guarantee if you tried to play the deck that way, you would not have success. I guarantee none of them have ever actually tried playing the deck as well. But anyways, bit of a rant, side rant. He has a lot of annoying spam on the board right now. I'm just going to second Tesla. Should get the... I'll actually log just to be safe. I'm down like 4 elixirs. He went Recruits when I was at 6. So common elixir counting strategy for you guys. Like when they go for something in the back, they're usually at 10. So you can compare to your own elixir and tell if you're up or not. Likewise for yourself, if you go for something in the back, like split archers, he doesn't do anything for 3 seconds. I know I'm up elixir. Then I would probably just Xbow to punish that. Those wall breakers, I have to Knight and then Ice Spirit. I cannot afford to take them. Oh wow, one's going to connect. That's annoying. But even it's doing work at least. I don't know how to close this out, because I don't think I can get a lock. I want to like spell cycle, but at the same time he has so much annoying spell bait, like Skelly Drags, especially. So it's looking kind of annoying actually. Like it's still not a great matchup. I'm gonna Fireball log. Fireball does kill the Recruits, so very well played, I think. Oh, I missed. Oh shoot, I missed one. That was very detrimental. I'm actually gonna have to log. Wait, did I just lose? Okay, that didn't connect. Hold up. Okay, if I didn't miss that Recruit, that would have been so much better, guys. That's on me. But I might have just thrown. Okay, bad eye tower. I'm just going to Fireball. Like, he predicted an Xbow, but as I said, I don't think I'm going to Xbow. So I need 2 more Fireballs. I'm not going to go for the... Wait, 274. Wait, that's like 5... oh, I need 2 Fireballs and a log. 2 Fireballs is not enough. It's like 548 or something. I'm going to stack archers in the right. Skeletons. I think I have to Fireball that, honestly. And I'll even try and catch the Miner. Nope, missed the Miner. Ice Spirit. He does not have a big spell, I think. So that's my only saving grace. I think I just go for the 2 Fireballs next time I have it in cycle. Like, don't really know what else to do. Okay, I'm going to log right now. I just need 2 more Fireballs. So Archers, Fireball number 1. Eve Recruits are at the bridge. I'm just going to rapid cycle to my next Fireball. So Ice Spirit, log low, Skeletons, and I'm back to Fireball. And I just pray to God that I defended. I defended. Let's go. Okay, we beat another Recruit spammer. I'm going to BM him because he was BMing the whole time. He's literally playing one of the biggest no-skill decks, in my opinion. Like, Recruit spam. Like, all you do is spam. Seriously. Anyways, though, that's going to be Ultimate Champion, guys. That's going to be 86%. Very nice win rate. quite frankly, like, I've had better win rates, but for the first week, this is really good. Like, there's still 30 days in the season, as you guys can see, so very good performance, I'd say. 86%. Also tops my last season one by 1%. I got 85 last time. So also top 240 in the world, top 250, rank 240. Very nice stuff overall. Honestly, very happy with this. So yeah, that's my early season Ultimate Champion push, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. I'll show you guys where I am on the leaderboard. Global 240. Local, I'm probably first because no one really plays in Singapore. Like, no one even plays Clash Royale. I've talked to so many people in my university and, like, only a few play, but I got some of my friends into it, which is hype. But anyways, this is a loss. Like, there's no educational value in that loss, guys. Recruits spam over there. But otherwise, I actually had some other losses too. I could have played better, but still, I'm pretty proud of this overall. So that's about it for the video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Good luck on your push yourself. Take care, and I will see you in the next one.